ओं प्रोल्लसद्वालिका मौक्तिका श्रेणिका चंद्रिका मंडलोद्भासी गंडस्थल न्यस्त कस्तूरिका पत्ररेखा समुद्भूत सौरभ्य संभ्रांत मृगांगना गीत संद्री भवन मंद्र तंत्रीश्वरे सुस्वरे भास्वरे देवी तुभ्यं नमो देवी तुभ्यं नमो देवी तुभ्यं नमः। Dear Chair, Professor Rath, respected Swamini ji, Honorable Sir, Professor Ganesh ji, dear friends, these 2 days I had exceptional experiences after so many days. Yes, intellectual feast was up to my throat, but the very company of Swamini ji and extremely respected Ganesh ji was a very rare kind of opportunity for me. I understand that the award conferred on me is too big for me, for which I have to toil hard to be equal to the meaning of that title. And this is a kind of inspiration rather to me. I don't accept it as an award. This is a kind of inspiration that march ahead. Yes, Swamini ji, I will of course march ahead. For your information, perhaps I give 18 hours a day for Indic studies and for my creative writings, and I will add 1 hour more for this award. And not only that, here food was so sumptuous that I am living alone in a flat. I am cooking once in every 3rd day and taking out from fridge and heating it up and eating. That is my life, because otherwise I cannot do it. I don't want cooks to come from outside and cook for me. Therefore, I am sopaki. If I at all come at home here in Khordha, then my mother cooks or others, sister, etc. they cook. Otherwise, I am sopaki in Santiniketan. Therefore, after a long period, I got sumptuous and very delicious food. Thank you, Swamini ji, for that. And this really added flavor to my intellectual feast here. Yes, I am a bit hardcore academic, not academician, academic in the sessions. But I am a bit relaxed here because there are very often violation of formalities. We are quite informal and hence heart to heart. That added to my good experience here, and surely I will cherish this experience for a long time in my life. And thank you, Swamini ji, for all that. And today my topic is difficult to me, not for the listeners. I will try, because I have not written a systematic paper for this. Two papers are also matter of two papers. Presenting 2 papers in a particular conference is also the first experience. So very difficult to bear the load for me. I took care of my first paper, and the second one I will just manage to present. However, fortunately, I had one article already published in Deepak Das Felicitation volume, who is a scholar, great scholar on Vedic studies, Deepak Bhattacharya, Shantiniketan. His father, Durgacharan Bhattacharya, he collected Paipalada Samhita from different parts of Odisha and got them edited. He also got published some volumes, and his son Deepak Bhattacharya also got published some volumes. In the honor of Deepak Bhattacharya ji, there was a felicitation volume. There I had written a kind of article like yogic mystery behind Mano Avartana Sukta. And this I had also on this I had talked in Pondicherry University some years back that helped me to write this article. But I will add two more suktas, Manyu and Shraddha. And I wish to claim that all these have yogic implications. At least as far as Yama is concerned, these things are going to give many instructions. And Mano Avartana is directly yogic, because it depends on, it inspires us for abhyasa, how to tame mind. Directly it says. But how to tame mind is said in yoga in Bhagavad Gita, all other things are there. Here there is the depiction. Different kinds of taming is being said here in Mano Avartana. In Yoga Sutra 112 it is being said, Abhyasa Vairagyabhyam Tan Nirodha. So Abhyasa and Vairagya, two things are necessary to tame mind, it is being said there. And in Bhagavad Gita also we know, Asansayang Mahavaho Mano Durni Graham Balam Abhyasena cha Kaunteya Vairagyena cha Grihyate. Therefore Abhyasa and Vairagya, all these things are there. And what is Mano Avartana? Bringing back mind. Bringing back mind. In our tantric system, a very secret thing is said about about taming the mind. Tantric guru says to his shishya that, okay, if your mind goes somewhere to a particular outer object, you declare immediately, you declare that object to be your God. That object is your God, a representation of your God. Then the mind will again come back to you. And that is one. And Swami Vivekananda has propagated another method, mind watching. And he gives example, suppose one housemaid is there, housemaid working at home, but she has every good qualities, all good qualities, but one bad quality, that is she will steal one or two pieces of biscuits. Now, if the housewife keeps watch on her, she will not do it. Similarly, if we keep watch on mind, it will not go away. So, this is also in Shastra. Swami Vivekananda ji has propagated this among his shishyas and all that. Here, things are different. They are strictly taking to abhyasa. If it goes out, you bring back. It goes there, bring back. It goes there, bring back. This is Mano Avartana. So, returning of the mind once and again. And of course, in yogic sense, this is pratyahara. This is a kind of pratyahara. Because swa visaya asamprayoge chitta swarupanukara iva indriyanang pratyahara. So, when the sense organs take the shape of mind, which is again swarupanukara, which is directly meditating on soul or itself, at that time indriyas are trapped, sense organs are trapped. This is being said in Yoga Sutra 254. However, withdrawing mind once and again has a very beautiful kind of experience. We all should do it. And what happens by this kind of pratyahara? This is nothing but mana pratyahara in mana avartana. But what happens in it? Claim is that our Shastric claim is that if mind is once and again brought back, then a strange thing happens. The various picture showing the creation of void of all it presents, bringing back once and again, mind becomes tired and it shows a picture where the creation of void is there, void of all objects, as if objects are not there. Mind is now tired, so it has no objects at all. That kind of thing is there. Mind is also a sense organ. Manaha sasthani indriyani prakritisthani karsati. I had an article in 1986, Is Mind a Sense Organ? is mind a sense organ? It was published in Pune. And mind is in fact finally with, there is a fight with Dharmaraja Dwarindra, and finally it became clear that mind is a sense organ. However, and after that, the bringing back creates the void of objects that we can take for some time as Abhava Yoga. Abhava Yoga is not familiar, I know, but let us accept that phrase, Abhava Yoga. We will come to details of it. But then when mind is without any object or in the situation of void of objects, Vishaya Shunyata, gradually it comes to the self, realization of self, and then it connects to the means supreme consciousness and understands that this self is nothing but that supreme consciousness. And that stage, let us take it as Mahayoga. So from Abhava Yoga to Mahayoga, my claim is, it is of course hilariously accepted in Pondicherry, this interpretation, that my claim is from the first to fourth mantra of this sukta is Abhava Yoga, it representing Abhava Yoga. From the 5th to 12th perhaps, last one, it shows Mahayoga. Now the question is, where from I got these two phrases? That is most vital. If it is collected and shown, reference is shown, then it is more convincing and acceptable also. So in Kurma Purana, 11 Adhyaya or Kanda whatever, and verses 6, 7, there it is being said, Sunyam sarva nirabhasam swarupam jatra chintyate abhava yogaha sah prokto jenatmanam prapasyati, by which self will be seen, visualized. Jatra pasyati chatmanam nityanandam niranjanam maikyam sa mahayogo bhasitah parameswarah. So in this way, on the basis of Kurma Purana, we can try to understand Ṛgveda. Now question is, why should we take help of Purana for Veda? Veda has more validity. But in fact, Purana is nothing but a bhashya of all the Vedas. It is being said, it is very famous a verse. Purana Purna Chandrena Shruti Jyotsna Prakashita. Purana Purna Chandrena Shruti Jyotsna Prakashita. Therefore, without Purana, Shruti cannot be understood properly. Number one. Number two, what are the Puranas? They are nothing but democratization of Vedic knowledge. I repeat, democratization of Vedic knowledge. Yes, a woman cannot read or try to understand Veda. A Shudra cannot do that. Then where from they will gain that knowledge? In Purana. From this point, later on, our literatures took it and they said that through literature we give all those mukhya, etc. So it is easy now. So in an easier way, don't go for Vedas, you read Kumara Sambhavam, you will get mukhya. So they took the clue, but originally it is that. So in this way, we can go to the mantras. I will not definitely, all are overfed of intellectual food, so I am not going to be in detail because there are many mantras. I am not going clearly inside them because it will take a lot of time. I am going to cover 3 hymns again. Therefore, I will just touch upon the points. One thing, one remarkable thing we have to see here is Khyaya. The word Khyaya is used in the last pada of every mantra here. In this Mano Avartana Sutta, last pada of every mantra. Now, what is the meaning of Khyaya? Now, Khyaya, as you know, Sayana always interprets everything in sacrificial term, and if at all he doesn't get any connection with sacrifice, he gives a strange understanding. which cannot be in any way, which cannot be reconciled with the total tenure or undertone of the sukta. Therefore, he says, what is this kshaya? Iha kshayaya ihaloke nivasaya jivase chirakala nivasaya. So, kshaya is this kshayasila world. This world which is getting kshaya every moment. But to me, that is not the case. It is not. We salute him for his great perseverance and his first and foremost right interpretation of the Vedas. But then we have also to apply our own rationality and try to get really some sorts of meaning to it. Therefore, kshaya, the word kshaya is taken with different meaning, and we understand kshaya, which is a kind of not only karmaphala kshaya, which even Sayana may accept, but we can go for manunasa, demolition of mind. For that we can go, because since it is an exercise of mind, for mind, so you give too much labor to mind and it will get kshayita. It will get exhausted and kshaya. And demolition of mind is a shastric goal. In Adhyatma Purana, it is Ramayana, it is clearly stated how we should make manonasa. Only after the manonasa only anything is possible. And Chittavritti Nirodha is nothing but manonasa, because the very nature of mind is to be fickle. If you want to make it static, then it is destroyed. So kshaya can be understood as manonasa, according to me, demolition of mind, or at least delinking the mind from the soul. We can delink it, so that soul will enjoy kaivalya. Kaivalya is nothing but a delinked soul, delinked state of soul is kaivalya. And that kind of thing we can understand or accept for that here. Now, here in the first verse it is being said, Yatte yamam vaivasvatam mano jagama dhurakam tatta avartayamasi iha kshayaya jivase. Not going for translation etc., because I have already made it clear. And here two things are said. Vaivasvatam Yama means Yama, who is the son of Vaivasvata. Somebody is going, a mana is going to Yama. And why should it go to Yama? And why a rishi should write like this? Mana will go to Yama. There must be some reason for which mind is taken to be going near Yama. And what is Yama at all? Yama is nothing but an area of junks. Junk karmaphalas, junk everything. That is Yama. That means mind is going, we can say 99% mind is going to Yama only. Junks. Then it will be recycled and it will be attached to a soul and it will reborn. That kind of thing happens. Because before it is attached to a soul, where it is in a junk place, which is called Yama. Yama is just a symbol of a junk place. We can creatively think that. Because there is no other way. Why should mana go to Yama once and again? But Yama really goes not desiring for it, but by its action. Mind takes so many modulations by which its result is only to go to the junk. Just as if we misuse one instrument, mind is also an instrument. Mind is defined as an instrument of sensing the sukha and dukkha, all internal objects. Because all sense organs, 5 sense organs are there for external objects. Only mind is an indriya which apprehends the internal objects. So therefore, if it is badly used, then it will go to junk. Just as if we badly use a grinder, it will be sent to junks finally. Same is my argument here. And yatte divam ijat prithivim mano jagama durakam tatta avartaya masiha khyaya jivase. The last second pada is repeated everywhere. So here mind is going to heaven, mind is again going reborn, taking reborn with a soul on earth also. That is all possible and we accept it. Now third mantra is very means alaukika we can say, not very easy to understand, but we have to use our creativity going beyond Sayana, because Sayana will not help us. He says strange things here. Please read Sayana on this sukta and you will understand how he derails our understanding. But Sayana, we have to salute him. Yatte bhumi chaturvrishtim mano yagama durakam tatta avartaya masiha khyaya jivase. So mind in the third mantra, mind goes to a chaturvrishti bhumi. So chaturvrishti bhumi, what does it mean? That means an area of rectangle whose four corners are bhrashta. So that is chaturvrishti bhumi. That is called chaturvrishti bhumi. So Sayana says chaturdikshu bhrasho yasya sa tam bhumi jagama. But what should it mean? What should it mean? It means perhaps we have the concept of chakrakhetra and sankhakhetra. By breaking the four corners, either that rectangle will be some round one or a shankha shaped one. Therefore, fortunately we have a phrase sankhakhetra attached to our Jagannath Khetra, and therefore some spiritual region, we can say, some spiritual region where the mind goes. These people are spiritually higher up ones whose mind go to these khetras, because they are the worshippers of gods. And the Shankha Khetra and this Chakra Khetra or Chaturvrishti Bhumi, it symbolizes the place of gods. Therefore, why mind should come back from that? Why Ṛgveda should instruct to come back? Because already Veda says that Tadeva Brahma Tvam Vidhi Nedam Yadidam Upasate. So you don't go for that. Don't try to grab some fruits there, spiritual or ephemeral, whatever kind of fruit you want. Don't try to get there, because you will be stuck there. You cannot go ahead. You cannot go higher. So come back. That should be the meaning of this mantra. And the fourth mantra, why should I say this? Because fourth mantra concludes all the previous three mantras. And it says, fourth mantra, Jatte chatasra pradisho mano jagama durakam. These four places the mind goes. Tattva vartaya masiha khyaya jivase. You come back for khyaya. Khyaya means manonasa or whatever we accepted. So the fourth mantra concludes a section of the sukta. This is the first section where we find abhava yoga. By these four mantras, abhava yoga is practiced with relation to the mind. That is already there. Now in the fifth mantra, what should happen? In fifth mantra it is being said, Yatte samudra marnabang mano jagama durakam tatta avartaya masiha khyaya jivase. So two things are there, samudra and arnava. And arnavam, Sayana says, manaha arnavam udakam jadvantam samudrang megham ba jagama. So he is very much flat. He takes the Vachika meaning. Of course, there is a theory that Vachika meaning only can be taken from Vedic mantras. There should be no lakshana and no vyanjana applied on it. But to counter it, we have also many instances where philosophers have argued that Vedic mantras are metaphorical. Vedic mantras are deeply tinged with, smeared with suggested meanings. And that is why in many places you cannot understand just the Vachika meanings, denotations. Therefore, you have to go deeper into those meanings and get the real meaning of metaphors or suggestions. And here just Arnava or Udaka, whatever Sayana says, may not also help a lot, because we are going with a flow of meaning and it will simply hurdle it. Therefore, we can take that since Samudra can also symbolize Ichha because it is unending, and cloud can also symbolize Sankalpa because a cloud always instills imagination and reflects imagination also. Even in our Shastras also, clouds are of different shape. So Gandharva Nagara and many other things are there. So cloud is entangled with, rather connected with imagination. So you don't take wrong sankalpas. Oh mind, come back. Oh mind, you don't go for infinite ichhas, desires, come back. That should be rather a kind of normal meaning to it. And in this way, metaphors can help us, understanding the metaphors can help us. In the sixth mantra, Yatte marichihi pravato mano jagama durakam tattva vartaya masiha khyayaya jivase. So, Marichi is being said here. Marichi is nothing but Jyoti. So, there is a section of yogis who aspire for a higher kind of body. Jyotirmaya Sarira. Why? There will be no sweating, no food is necessary. In Jyotirmaya Sarira, all these things are not necessary. And there will be no tiredness if I am Jyotirmaya. So, that kind of greed is there among some certain yogis, and they perform sadhana for that. And here, this is being taught that, oh mind, don't go for these Marichi Loko, Jyotir Loko. Don't try to get a Marichimaya Sarira, Jyotirmaya Sarira. This way we can try to understand, because why it advises to do this, because this is not the final spiritual goal. What will happen if I have a Jyotirmaya Sarira? Nothing will happen. I cannot understand Brahman by that. That is not the way to understand Brahman. I may be rescued from certain problems. So, I need not travel a lot exerting upon my body. Immediately I will go because I am Jyotirmaya. And many things are there. But these are very playful things like toys. So, this you should not do, oh mind. Just come back from that Marichi Loka. And other things are also said here in the next Yatte Suryam Jad Usasang Mano Jagama Durakam. So, Surya Loka or Chandra Loka, if you wish to go there, don't go there, you come back. Because we may take symbols also for that. Surya Loka is being extremely in sansarika dutifulness, that is Surya. We take pleasure in toiling too hard for our children. Even the things which children can do, we do for them, and we take pleasure. In Nyaya Sutra and Nyaya Sutra Bhashya, there is a section. Certain pains are there which are taken by us as pleasure. In same year 1986, I had also another research paper, Is Pain a Pleasure? Nyaya Bhashya. So, pain should not be a pleasure, and it is, this whole sansar is Visamisrita Madhu. Therefore, whatever pain we take, they are not really pleasure. And Surya's dutifulness is nothing but taking pleasure in pain. And don't do it. This is an extended interpretation, of course. Similarly, don't go for Chandraloka also. The beautifulness or the enrapturing state, enjoyment, all those things are available in Chandraloka, don't go for that. These are small things. Don't go, oh mind, don't go for it. That is being said here. Then in another place it is being said that you, here also it is being said that you don't go for this nature. It can also mean don't go run after the nature. These are parts of nature, and somewhere I am not getting it now. Somewhere it is said that you don't go enter among trees, aranya, etc. This is nothing but nature. Nature is not Brahman. Nature is an imitator of Brahman. Brahman is reflected in nature, or the reflection of Brahman is nothing but nature. And therefore poets are also, the poets who describe nature, they are said by Plato as twice removed from reality. And in this way, whatever, but nature is not Brahman. So don't go for it. And after that also, we can come to verse mantra 9. Jatte parvatan bruhato manojagama durgamam. A parvata, mountain, is taken as a symbol, and this symbol, mountain, can also be understood in certain way. And parvata is a kind of arrogance, we can say. And bruhat parvata as a symbol of worldly achievements and arrogance coming out of it. If a certain man has some sorts of achievements, he becomes elated, and he also enjoys his own arrogance. You are getting trapped by that. Don't do it, oh mind, you don't do it. And if you want to allow this mind restless like this with arrogance and all those things, and going after achievements and all this, then the mind will be unfit for yoga. Therefore you don't do it. Therefore mantra suggests here delinking mind from unnecessary activities. That can be understood by this. Interpretation of Veda is a huge problem. At least 30 scholars have worked on it. There are many books taking problem of interpretation of Vedas. That is there. And therefore we should not say that Sayana Mahidharas are final. And we can also use our own convictions, own imaginations to go into the metaphors and symbols provided through the mantras. And I am just trying, I am not imposing this, and nor I do accept it as my final interpretation. I will work with it, but this is sure that Manavartana Sukta is a yogic Sukta. This is clear, because it tries to tame mind. And in another place it is being said, 11 mantra, Manaha para, Sayana interprets, Manaha paraha paravarta atyantam duradesan jagama. Sometimes mind goes to distant places. And why it goes to distant places? Because in our daily life also we travel a lot to achieve something. And I heard a yogi while giving his sermon, he says that during our hostel life, just for one cigarette we were walking through Bhubaneswar. He is an Odia, walking through Bhubaneswar for 5 kilometers to get a cigarette at 12 o'clock at night. So this is toiling hard for nothing. So don't go at a distant place, Duran Desan, he says. So therefore don't do it. That can be understood. So in this way, when we this mind is fleeting, and when we are trying to bring it back once and again, this is also a kind of pranayama. We can say pranayama of mind. We are doing pranayama of vatas, air in our body. Yesterday also I had said, and tava chittang vataiva dhrajiman. It was there in Ṛgveda. Here I get in Shukla Yajurveda 29:22. And similarly, Yuktena Manasavayam, Shukla Yajurveda 11:12. Yuktena Manasavayam. That means we are too much entangled with mind. Shakespeare has said, world is too much within us. Same is the case with us, everybody. World is so much within us that we cannot free mind Inside mind world, whole world has entered. Now how to rescue it is being answered here in this sukta. And hence after this, then 12th mantra says about the Mahayoga. And Mahayoga, what is Mahayoga? We have already understood that when understanding of self is possible by imposing, by directing mind to the void of objects, this sukta says, by directing mind to the void of objects, or at least Kurma Purana interprets, then after that Mahayoga comes, and in Mahayoga what happens? May mind remain in present. Here it is being said, Bhuta and Bhavya, these two words are there in the mantra. Don't go for Bhuta, don't go for Bhavya, be in present. It is not the advice of art of life. In art of life, once and again it is being said, be in present, be in present. It is in Ṛgveda Mano Avartana. So everything is Vedic. So if you keep Mana in the present, then it is Mahayoga, and without making it present, you cannot tame it, or there cannot be Nirodha of mind, there cannot be Mano Nasa. Then what is that being in present? Patanjali has said, and 12th mantra is also saying the same thing. Tada drastuh swarupe avasthanam. Yoga Sutra 1 and 3, 1.3. And the first page is staying in the present. Here in Mano Avartana. Mano Avartana is 10, 58, 12. Last mantra says, stay in the present. And the second page is suspending the modification of mind, Chittavritti Nirodha, Yoga Sutra. And the third page is existence of soul in its own form. Existence of soul in its own form. No addition to it. No football, no cricket, nothing is mixed with mind. And the mind itself is not linked. Only Kaivalya state is being said. So it will be inside itself. And Yoga Sutra explains also, Vyasa also explains, Sa nirbijaha samadhi. Na tatra kinchit sampragyayate iti asampragyata. Asampragyata dhyana is being explained. Swarupa pratishtha tadaning chiti shaktir jatha kaivalya. So Kaivalya state is achieved through Mahayoga, and according to me, according to Kurma Purana also, this Abhava Yoga and Mahayoga are to be pursued, and both the yogas are advised in this Mano Avartana Sukta. It's a very, very important Sukta, but hardly scholars, I have given a list of scholars in the beginning, I didn't go into that. Many scholars have worked on meditation and yoga in the Vedas, but they have not touched, I have scanned through the books, they have not touched this Mano Avartana. I don't know how they overlooked it. So this is one discussion. My second discussion is very, very shorter, and if you don't enjoy, I can also stop here. Okay, then I hope now there is no doubt that Ṛgveda has many yogic concepts. Since Swaminiji says things are understood, so nothing more to say. So thank you very much.
Please tell which of the mantras you have taken. Shraddha Sukta,
Manyu. Okay then. Because Manyu, thank you. Manyu is necessary. Because without Manyu, just 2 minutes I will take on Manyu, without going to meaning of all those things. Because Manyu is deified here, not only personified, but deified and spiritualized. We can use Manyu in a positive way, just as we use fire in positive ways. It can also destroy, it can also cook. So many things are, Ṛgveda also says Agni Chikitsa. In many places in Ṛgveda, Agni Chikitsa is there. So therefore, positive way of using Manyu or anger is being said here. Just as Shastra and Shastra, they both are necessary. This mind can also be used as Shastra, and it is described here. And mind generates strong Sankalpa Shakti, anger. Anger generates strong Sankalpa Shakti. If we are angry with ourselves, then we will get up at 3 o'clock at night for meditation. So that kind of things are there. And without anger, no protection for spiritual activities. When in Shakuntalam also we have seen, that it is the responsibility of king that he will protect the ashram areas. Why? That means he will use hinsa to protect ashram. Why? Because he has to protect tapa. And you will be astonished to know that this Manu is described as the son of Tapa. Then why he is son of Tapa? Because it is the duty of son to protect father. Tapasya will be protected by Manu. Clearly Manu, Sayan also interprets that, clearly Manu is the son of Tapas. Tapas is the father. This should be the meaning, nothing else. Because it is Manu which can, if there are no soldiers in the border, we cannot pursue this seminar, this conference. Therefore, for this Manu is necessary. Similar things, very nice things are said. Please read it, Manu. And Shraddha, yesterday also I uttered 3-4 mantras on Shraddha, and Shraddha is definitely is a thing without which we cannot take our tapa ahead or yoga ahead. Therefore it is. Thank you very much.